Welcome to week 38, and in this video I will be talking about baby's development, labor signs, things you should be discussing with your doctor or your midwife before your delivery, and so much more. But first, if you're new to Dianainthepink, my name is Diana. I'm a physician assistant. I specialize in women's health and gynecology, and you are watching In the Pink. In the Pink means in good health and spirit. So if you like being healthy and happy, click subscribe because you are in the right place. At 38 weeks, you are halfway through your last month of pregnancy, which means you only have 2 weeks left till you reach your due date. Now keep in mind, only about 5% of women actually deliver their baby on their due dates. Due dates really are just estimates for when your baby might deliver, but it's normal for the baby to come up to 2 weeks early, and it's normal that they could come up to 2 weeks late. You do, however, have a little control over when the baby is delivered, because you might have the option of inducing as early as 39 weeks. Now, is that something that you should do? That's entirely up to you, your preferences, and then also your OB's recommendations. Your baby is now around 7 pounds, give or take, and about 19.5 inches. By now, your baby's LANUGO, which is that fine hair that they developed early in the second trimester to help keep them warm, has mostly fallen off, although they might still have some on their shoulders, or on their back, or on their arms, sometimes on their baby's cheeks. Don't be alarmed. It's normal and will fall out within the first few months. Your baby's eye color right now is usually a dark brown or a dark blue or a gray, and you probably won't be able to see their lifelong eye color until they're around a year. All of your baby's organs are fully developed. Even your baby's lungs are ready to take their first breath. Another week of development, though, will decrease any chances of your baby having complications. As for you, I know you're probably feeling it at this point. You're probably so achy, you're tired, you're not sleeping well, your legs are swollen like cramps. I know. You are almost there though. Hang in there. And hey, let me know how you're doing in the comment section below. And also, if you deliver at any point here, I would absolutely love to hear how the delivery went and how mama and baby are doing. Take the chance to brag about your beautiful baby. I would absolutely love to read about it. I really would. By now, your body is starting to prepare not only for delivery but for taking care of the baby. Even if you aren't planning on breastfeeding, your body might already be starting to produce something called colostrum. Now, colostrum is the first form of milk your body produces, and it's full of antibodies, and it's also higher in protein, and it's lower in sugar and in fat than regular breast milk. Your body will produce colostrum for a few days after your delivery until your milk comes in. But it's not uncommon for you to start producing colostrum before your baby is even born. So if you notice some nipple discharge, that's most likely your body getting ready for if you decide to breastfeed your baby. Come here, sweetie. Wrong baby. Now, before your next OB appointment, be sure to write down all your questions about your delivery. Sometimes when we go to our doctor's appointment, we're actually sitting down in the exam room, we forget some of our questions until we get home. So keep a list so that you can discuss all of your concerns. Be sure to ask them about circumstances where you should go to the hospital, questions about having an epidural if you're planning on having one, if you should be doing perineal massages, if you are having a C-section, you can ask about recovery time or whatever else you might be concerned about. It's better to be asking them now rather than asking them when you are in labor. So in previous videos, we've talked about things that you really need to have before your baby comes home from the hospital, right? So we talked about car seats, a crib or a bassinet, diapers, wipes. But for today, let's talk about things that you'll want to help you at home as you recover from the delivery. First off, pads. So your body is going to be bleeding. Even if you deliver by C-section, you'll still be having some bleeding and discharge. This is called lochia, and how long you will bleed will vary, but can be up to 6 weeks. Now, it's not recommended that you wear tampons during this time. This lochia can contain bacteria, and you don't want anything blocking that flow out. And in the case of a vaginal delivery, your vagina needs a break.
I'm so tired, Bo.
So don't goof that up by sticking anything up there. And on a side note, that includes a penis. So no vaginal sex till you get the okay by your OB or your midwife, which is usually around 6 weeks.
What?
Now, especially at first, your flow is going to be pretty heavy, and even pads not be enough. So you want to be prepared for that, or you could ruin some of your underwear or some of your sheets or some of your favorite clothes. So you have a few options. You could ask the hospital to send you home with a few of those extra mesh underwear, and if you've delivered before, you know what I'm talking about. They're like that fishnet stocking underwear that you can put pads in them, and they're great for while you're in the hospital and you don't feel bad about throwing them out. You could also purchase disposable postpartum underwear. It's like pads and underwear together. They're very absorbable and disposable, and there's several good brands out there. I'll link to them in the video description. They really are handy to have in the first few weeks after delivery. Another option, period underwear. These are relatively new, and they are absorbable underwear, and they absorb period blood and urine like a pad, but the underwear is washable, and then you can reuse them again and again. And the nice thing about period underwear is that you can continue to use them after you've recovered from the delivery for your periods. If you're planning on breastfeeding, pick yourself up a nursing bra, and then you'll also want some nursing pads the first few months because your breast milk will leak, and you'll want to have nursing pads to keep that from leaking through onto your clothing. I also recommend something to help your nipples. They have creams, there are special pads you can use, but the first weeks of breastfeeding can be painful, and sometimes a little something to soothe your sore nipples really help. Now, after your delivery, your vagina might feel pretty swollen, pretty sore, and there's a few things that can help. Ice packs, and you can make them at home, you can purchase them. While at the hospital, they'll supply them, and they really help. Now, if you've delivered vaginally, I recommend something called a perineal bottle. Now, urine can burn your very tender vulvar area, especially if you had to have stitches.
Fire! Oh, fire!
You can fill a perineal bottle with warm water or cold water, whatever feels better, and use that to rinse after you've gone to the bathroom, and it really helps. You might also want to pick up some Epsom salt. An Epsom salt bath is just a really warm bath with Epsom salt mixed in. Sitting in an Epsom salt bath can really help soothe anything that is sore, your stitches, your swelling, and it can really help with recovery. Okay, moving on. Remember to be doing your kick counting. Also be sure to move more slowly. Certain twisting or bending motions that you have been able to do earlier in your pregnancy might have been fine then, but now can really cause more pain than normal, so be careful. If your belly is itching, be sure to use some lotion, elevate your legs if they're swollen, and be sure to check your wedding ring to make sure it's not getting too tight. And if it is, you might want to consider leaving it off until after the delivery. Our hands can get pretty swollen at this point, and we don't want tight rings cutting off our circulation. Also, be sure to have your hospital bag packed and ready to go. Now, I did a video all about what you should pack to go to the hospital, and I'll link to it in the video description down below. Also, in week 36 and 37, I talk in detail about the signs of labor. So if you missed that, please check them out when you're done with this video. But to review, the soft signs of labor, which means if you see any of these signs, you don't have to rush to the hospital, but labor may be just around the corner. They're just things to note because your body is getting ready to have that baby. So losing your mucus plug, seeing bloody show, baby dropping, which some people call lightning, or increased Braxton Hicks. Just make sure to pay attention to these soft signs of labor. Now let's review the signs of labor. Early on, you might notice diarrhea, backaches, shivering, mood swings. All of these can happen to you as you start to go into true labor, so just pay attention to those things. If your water breaks, go to the hospital, even if you aren't contracting.
My blue barb has broken. The birth spasm has begun.
Water breaking could feel like a gush of water, but it also could be a slow trickle. The tricky thing is leaking urine can also cause a trickle of fluid, and with the baby pushing on your bladder, a little urine leakage is not uncommon, especially if your baby has dropped. So if you're sure your water broke, go to the hospital. If you aren't quite sure if it's your water or if it's your urine, call your OB and they'll let you know what to do. Now, the only true way to know if you are in labor, active labor contractions. So real labor contractions are going to be regular and become more and more regular over time. And they also become more intense over time. Labor contractions usually last anywhere from 60 to 90 seconds, and they become strong to where you can't just keep doing what you are doing when you feel the contractions. You actually have to stop walking, stop talking, and just breathe through them. Also, true labor contractions don't slow down if you lay down to rest. They just keep getting stronger and more frequent over time. So at your next OB appointment, talk to your doctor about when they want you to go to the hospital. But a good rule of thumb is if you are having regular painful contractions that happen every 10 minutes or more for more than an hour, it might be time to go to the hospital. I am so excited for you, and thank you to all of you who are sharing your experiences with me and others. I absolutely love how you are commenting on each other's comments. And remember, everyone who is watching this video is exactly where you are right now, so they know what you're going through. So feel free to reach out to each other. We have an amazing community of women here. So if you know anybody who's pregnant, be sure to share these videos with them as well. Subscribe if you are new to Dianainthepink, and if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you've missed any third trimester videos that you want to check out, I will link to my playlist right here just for you. Go check them out, and I will see you over there. So they won't do it just because you feel done and you're uncomfortable and you're ready for this baby to come. Now, if you want, you can talk to your OB or midwife about getting induced at 39 weeks, just not before. Or you can just simply wait till you go into labor naturally.